Guys, this one is called the Rocket Game Miner. It is obviously a baked beans fork, and I usually don't do a lot of these anymore because unless they're different. And this one does have something a little different that I just wanted to bring up. One, there's a couple things I like about this. One, it's BUSD. I love stablecoin staking, things like this. When I put something in and I take something out, it's much easier to calculate the value based on the stablecoin instead of something that's going up and down. And AVAX could be $70, it could be $100. I mean, it could be all over the place. But with stablecoin, when you withdraw and you get something out, you know exactly what you have. And it's not going to just lose value all of a sudden, unless you're elephant money. Then who knows? Anyway, sorry, little dig there. So yeah, Rocket Game. They've added a bunch of links. If you guys recognize this, it's because it's the same guys that did Orbit Game, which is the ROI DApp. I think it's still going on. So yeah, it's pretty simple to do. You stick some BUSD in your wallet, you approve it. Of course, that'll ask you to approve, and then once that's been approved, you hit launch, and it will, basically start working just like any other miner. And then refuels, compounding, and landing your rocket is when you take profit. So the stats on that, obviously, it's a little higher. It's 10%. This is similar gains to roast beef, and they kept that dev fee down. And then it's got this bonus. So if you keep refueling, you get a 2% extra quote unquote miners or rockets. And this is the part that I really like about this, is their referral system, and not that it's just tiered. I do like tiered systems. If you look at this, it's basically a 13% referrals, which is actually identical to roast beef, but they're tiered, and each level, when you give out your referral link, you have to be invested in this. You can't just dump a referral link in here, get a bunch of referrals, and take it out of the contract. You have to put something into it. I wish it was a little bit more, but it's a good step. And this is what I'm actually kind of liking about this thing is, so if you want the full 13%, you have to have 500 BUSD invested in this. And there is a caveat on this, and I'll talk about that when we get to the audit. So yeah, that's kind of just kind of how it works. It'll be launching in day and a half here. So let's get into the audit. It was audited by Hayes, whatever that's worth now. They said they didn't find any vulnerabilities, backdoors, or scam scripts. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but they've missed quite a few things in the past. So just a high warning. Of course, all the miners are they call them ROI DApps. These are kind of extended ROI DApps that kind of pushes out, because you can't just go in and withdraw a bunch on 14 days or whatever. But yeah, these don't create any new value in the back end, so it's just the pool of money that you're mining, basically. Just kind of the stuff. The 3%, in and out, pretty standard for these. They did calculations and they approximated about 9.4% daily when it starts. And then if you compound, you get that 2% extra miners. Then they talk about, how this thing, we've seen these before in all these other videos about all the baked bean clones that are going on. So all of that stuff is all going to be the same. And then okay, let's get back down here to the referral system. It says that it pays 13%. The one caveat that I wanted to mention is the owner can activate levels for an address and remove minimum requirements for that address. So if they've got like a YouTube friend or somebody, they can remove that requirement for the deposits to be required. So if they've got a big YouTuber and that YouTuber gets this kind of waiver from them, they can do that, and it makes it so they can bypass that total deposits. And I am being totally transparent and open. They offered that to me and I refused. I don't know. I think everybody should be on level playing ground. There shouldn't be any exceptions in that. It just says that they, your referral should be an active user. I'm kind of torn on this whole referral system where you have to be an active user, you have to, all this stuff, the time to deposit, blah, blah, blah. What this does right here, I know they mean well, that you have to be an active user. You can't just take referral money, which I agree with. I think they should have like a level before level 1 of like 2% or something that doesn't require a deposit. Because what this does is it crams all of your deposits, especially for the bigger users, right in the beginning. So all these people that want to get in the 500 BUSD, they're going to get in right when that timer ends, and they're all going to be crawling over themselves to be in first because they want all the referrals afterwards. So this one, I'm kind of torn on, is this a good, I do like that they have the minimum deposits. Anyway, but I think they should have a tier, just kind of like a quote unquote free tier. And I just really don't like this, that there's, they can bypass that. And just to reiterate, they did offer that to me and I refused to do that. I don't like it. So contract, I looked through the code and it's kind of a mix between, it's like a hybrid because it's got that tiered system of referrals with the minor. So it's a weird kind of like hybrid thing. It's kind of like a referral system from ROI DApps combined with a minor. Anyway, it's not too crazy. They have to add all this ERC20 stuff because they're doing BUSD instead of native token like BNB. But I don't know. I like stablecoin stuff. So Anyway, guys, that is the Rocket Game Miner. Again, that launches in a little more than a day and a half. I can do a reminder about this in a day or two after it launches. I can do an update right after it launches so you guys can see what it's doing. Anyway, that's Rocket Game Miner. If you haven't jumped in, I will leave a link over to my wonderful, awesome dApp that we have going on here. Turd Burglar. Also with that, I think our contract balance on that is at 52, a little more than 52 BNB. So if you want to check that out, it is a direct clone of baked beans. It is new, it's not improved. So if you want to check that out, I'll leave a link. I did a video yesterday. I'll put a link up to it here and you can check that out too. Anyway, guys, that's Rocket Game Miner. Tell me what you think of the referral system. That's what I'm really interested in, and I like the BUSD. Anyway, That's kind of my thoughts on that. And go ahead and like this video if you like it, subscribe if you want to subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.